I need rights for this and right for that. Let these people do what they do. You just don't break the law. And God said, I give you peace with your enemy if you obey me. That's what's wrong with people. They're trying to get some type of respect from people when you don't understand how to get respect from people, which is the word of God. This is what he's telling us about the end times. All these dynasties, I wish I had my videos to show you, but I don't have them. All these dynasties right here already been, all of them have been fulfilled until this last one, which is Rome. Let's go to Revelation chapter 11. You feel me with that? Hold on. No. Yeah, that's right. Jump down to verse 19. My bad. I got to give you an interpretation. I got 15? Yeah, go with 15. Yeah. Go ahead.
I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body.
Yes, sir.
And the visions of my head troubled me.
When God showed Daniel all this stuff at the end, he be like, man, I do not know what you're talking about at all. So here come the angel, he coming to give him the interpretation of the dream. Go ahead.
I came near unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things. These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth.
So he said, these great beasts, which are 4 kings, or 4 presidents, for a better word for us, people that run the earth. These are the ones that he said was going to run. From Nebuchadnezzar, King Darius, and Cyrus, and Alexander the Great. Them 4 kings. Go ahead. Keep going.
These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall rise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
He's telling you the saints, no matter what these 4 kings have done, they're going to possess the kingdom. At the end, when God destroyed these kingdoms, which is the Babylonian kingdom, the saints going to take the kingdom, meaning they're going to run God's kingdom for 1,000 years. If you got some understanding. Most people think they're going to heaven and go up there to walk on streets of gold. No, the kingdom going to be on this earth for 1,000 years until the Father brings his kingdom back. So you got 2 kingdoms that most of the world don't understand. Go ahead.
Then I would know the truth of the 4th beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which divide, break in pieces, and stamp the residue with his feet.
He said this 4th beast, he's dreadful, meaning that he caused more pain than any other king. His kingdom, the king of Rome, which is the Roman Empire, he did the most hurt out of all of them. At least the rest of them were listening to God. This cat right here, he changing times and laws.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Exactly. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the others which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows.
That's the European Economic Community, or the 10 toes in Daniel, those 10 horns. Go ahead.
I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom.
See, these 10 horns, which are the 10 toes, they're going to have to be taken down by God. And right now, if you're watching the news, I think Britain or England pulled out of the European Economic Community. Was it England? Yeah, England pulled out. So right now, it was 10, but now they're down to 9. So they got to get 1 more to get it complete. You see how close it is? 1 more is complete. Now when they get it completed, here come the war. Here come the time of the end. We are living in that time. And most of the world is dumb to this. They think once we get Trump out of office, we're going to be doing good. So, man, you get tired of this. He said, until the ancient of days come. Go ahead.
23.
Mm-hmm.
Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall divide the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom of 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
I'm talking about this great horn, which is the Roman Empire. It's going to be very diverse. Very diverse. He able to go and talk to anybody in the world. And they're going to listen. All the presidents that come see the Pope are wrong. All of them. Putin, even Trump going to go see him. All the presidents, Kim Jong, all the China, all of them, check it out and see. But most of the world is done to this. This man is very great. He's going to do some great things, some horrible things. Go ahead.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Who's the Most High? Against his book, against his word, he going to speak great things. What he going to do?
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And he going to hurt a bunch of us. Because we believe in the law. Wear out means he going to wear us out. Going to make it hard for us to do things. Go ahead.
And think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time.
See what he said? Think to change times and law. He already changed it. Sabbath day was changed by the Roman Empire. Emperor Constantine started through the Gentiles, or the Europeans who run the world, all the way from Nebuchadnezzar, all the way down to Alexander the Great. It always been Gentiles who, this Gentile system, he gave the whole world to. We understand Egypt had their time. That just was in Egypt. They didn't run the world. The Egyptians didn't run the world. The Gentiles ran the world. They still run it. Go ahead.
But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end.
To the end. Let's go to Revelation chapter 11 and verse 1. It'll roll a lot smoother with the video. But visuals will help this lesson out a lot. But before all this happened, before the prophecy can be fulfilled, the beast and the false prophet got to be put in place. They got to go in Jerusalem and build that third temple. That's what we looking for. They got to go in here. And it's going to happen. And we got to make sure we got our eyes on the lookout. God might come in Monday. And we don't meet till the Sabbath. You better be getting somewhere. Don't wait on me. I'm just saying, what took you so long? Come be gone. I tell you something. They got all this stuff. Hey, you got my Facebook Live. I'm sending text messages like, y'all ready to roll? Roll. It's time to go. Got to be mindful of this stuff. And that's what these scripts are put here for. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 1. Let's look at it again. What Daniel was saying. He said in Revelation 2. Go ahead.
And there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of God, and the altar, and them that worship therein. So
John is he's taking John in the vision, showing him what the angel is doing, measuring the temple of God with a rod to make sure he knows the precise measurements of the temple. But he's going to tell him something about the outer court of the temple. And it's a major part of this prophecy. Go ahead.
But the court, which is without the temple, leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread underfoot 42 months. 42
months or 3.5 years. He said, I'm giving that to the Gentiles. Don't worry about that part. a measuring symbol. I'm gonna get them in this spot so they can build the third temple, so the false prophet can come in the temple and call himself God. That's why we read Matthew chapter 24.
That's right.
He's gonna stop the daily sacrifices. They're gonna go all the way back sacrificing animals. It's a reason for that. Because when Jesus died, what did he do? He stopped animal sacrifice. So when the false prophet comes, what is he gonna do? He's gonna stop the sacrifice and say, Christ is here. Y'all stop doing this. He's gonna do the exact same thing. Go ahead.
And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth.
He's talking about the time, 3.5 years, or tribulation period. This is how long it's gonna last. 1,360 days. It's 1,203 days. That's the same in 3.5 years or 42 months. This is the time he said this tribulation period gonna go on. And we're gonna see this. Now let's look at something about this temple. Let's go back to Daniel chapter 11 and verse 29. All this is written for us to give us some type of security in our minds. If I know the roadmap how to get to the destination, I'm not fearing getting lost. But if you don't have the roadmap and try to get to the destination of salvation and protection, you got a great fear. You got a great fear. In my fleshly days, I used to say, Lord, I don't even want to tell them. I want to feel this pain. Because they always try to tell you what you're not doing right. But when I start reading and understanding it, I don't wish this on my worst enemy. It's going to be painful. This is the end time, the times of the end that he warned us about. And the players, when I mean players, the actual people that are going to carry out this time of trouble. This is the guy we're going to read about and what he's going to do, which is the Pope of Rome. I'm not saying that this Pope right here, but it's going to come from the Roman Catholic Church. One of them. He's going to assume that position. He's going to be the religious leader. Let's see what he does. Verse 29. Go ahead.
At the time appointed he shall return and come toward the south. But it shall not be as the former or as the latter.
All these times are appointed. He's not going to deviate from the master plan or the blueprint of the Bible. It's appointed. You can count them down as they come. Go ahead.
For the ships of Shittim shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return and have indignation against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant.
He said he's going to have, he said for the ships of Chittim, I started to say Chittim there, but Chittim shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return and have indignation, meaning he's going to be mad. He said, against the holy covenant, this man of sin, he's going to be grievous because he knows some of us still know about the covenant. And he's going to take that pain out on us, the ones that didn't get in the wilderness. He's going to be grieved. Go ahead.
So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant.
So you can't be so, your intelligence now. Don't think you sit up here and play an intelligent game with these people who are in power today. Follow what God tells you to follow. Don't lean on your intelligence. Lean on the word of God and your faith in God.
Amen.
This is what he's trying to say. This man will play with your intelligence. He's very smart. Because what? Satan is the one who is giving him the information. Let's look at how powerful he is. Go ahead.
And arms shall stand on his part.
Arms mean an army. He gonna control armies.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice. And they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate.
He said they're going to pollute the sanctuary with strength. They're going to build a third temple over there and shall take away the daily sacrifices. How? They're right now training Levitical priests, white ones, to kill the animal sacrifice. And he said they shall place the abomination that make it desolate. Who's the abomination? The man of sin or the Antichrist. One, he thought he's going to place himself there, which is the Pope of Rome. He's going to say, stop the animal sacrifice. Christ is here now. Come talk to me. I'll forgive your sins. This is what happened. The video will make it a lot clearer for some that don't understand. Go ahead.
Verse 32. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits.
So how are you doing wickedly against the covenant and shall corrupt by flatteries? He flattered people.
That's right.
Come on, man. You really think God is going to have one spot in the whole entire world with angels around it? They're going to protect you? Really? You really think they have? You really think that the flood came and I hear get this from the Muslim brother. You really think the flood came to destroy everybody upon this earth? Well, 8 people? Really? They're using the flatteries right now. And you going off your intelligence of the word, you be like, that kind of sounds crazy, man. Because you're trying to think it out. Instead of having faith.
Exactly. That's right.
It ain't good. It ain't good to try to be so intelligent with God. You better have faith in it. Blind faith.
Come on. Come on. Very good.
This is how people think. Go ahead.
33. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword, and by flame, by captivity, and by spoil many days.
These are the ones that didn't make it to the way of Satan. Because he's going to have some people that get stuck and go through the tribulation period of time. Some going to be by flame. They're going to set them on fire. They're going to put them in jail captivity. They're going to spoil them, meaning they're going to rape them, abuse them, and do all this stuff to them. There's a lot of this stuff they talk about in the scripture that we can't cover it all. Because these people know we got to tell the truth. If we don't tell the truth, God going to hold us responsible. So you in the catch-22. You damn if you do, you damn if you don't. Period. If I don't tell them, God going to put me in the lake of fire. But if I do tell them, they're going to beat me up, whip me, set me on fire, and all this stuff. But I go with God's way. If you get caught, go with God's way. This is what He's going to do. Play on these people's intelligence, the smart ones, who think they can figure out everything. Don't try to figure this out. It's already been figured out. Just roll with it with the faith of God. Go ahead.
Now when they shall fall, they shall be holden with a little help. But many shall cleave to them with flatteries. And some of them of understanding shall fall to try them, and to purge, and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed.
It's appointed. This ain't really the end. This going on the tribulation period time. This talking about the tribulation period time when some people didn't make it in the wilderness. Because Christ is the one got to take down. In Matthew chapter 24, he said, immediately after the tribulation shall Christ come. So all this got to go through. You got to be fulfilled. Go ahead.
And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods.
Yes, sir.
And shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done.
He told him, he said, look, he's going to exalt himself above all God. How he exalt himself? People pray to the Roman Catholic. They come and confess their sins to him.
That's right.
And some of y'all try to come and tell me about your sin like I'm on for night. And that's the way it sounds sometimes when some people come trying to tell me about the sinful things that they are doing. I said, bruh, you just repent, man. Like I can give you like, you gonna be all right. I don't know. I really don't know. That's how people, when they confess their sin to the Pope, the Pope tell him, all right, go out there and help 7 people, your sins are forgiven. Or go ahead, go out there and give money to the offering, your sins are forgiven. This is what they do. They playing God, they exalt themselves above, they exalt himself and magnify himself above every God. Every God. This is what they do. Go ahead.
Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers.
This is how you know what particular religion that they are talking about right now. What particular people they are talking about with this scripture right here. Go ahead.
Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. What
religion you know tell you can't get married if you're a pastor? Catholics. You ain't never seen a pope have a wife. You ain't never seen a nun have a husband. He said, neither shall they regard the God of his father, nor the desire of women. You can't don't want women. That's why they get caught up with these little boys having sex with them. They come out and say they abused them sexually, molested them, homosexuality. The Catholic Church push homosexuality. When you tell a man he can't have a wife, he a man. He gonna have urges.
Exactly.
And the only thing you got around there, boys and men, what you think you gonna do? Follow Satan. You talking on desire women? And the thing about that is with these Catholic people, they get in trouble about this homosexuality, they go and move them away. You don't hear nothing else about it. Our government can't touch them. You know why? Because Rome got their own government.
That's right.
They got their own laws. You can't fool with people like that. Go ahead.
Verse 28. But in his estate shall he honor the God of forces, and a God whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver, and with precious stones and pleasant things.
His estate, meaning that where he gonna stay. He gonna honor the God of forces, meaning he gonna pay his army plenty of money to do his bid. He gonna have the money. He gonna have the power. He the top chip on the board. Go ahead.
Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with a strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory.
Yes, sir.
And he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain.
He gonna have the power right now. When is this gonna happen? Go ahead.
And at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots and with horsemen and with many ships. And he shall enter into the countries and shall overflow and pass over.
See, they're going to be pushing at him, coming at him left and right. But he's going to be the top chip on the board. You can't take him down. Christ said, I'm going to take him down. Go ahead. Listen what it says here about his location. Go ahead.
He shall enter also into the glorious land.
Where is the glorious land? Jerusalem. Israel.
And many countries shall be overthrown, but these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom and Moab, and the chief of the children of Ammon.
Those are the people that are going to help us out a little bit once we over there in the wilderness. But that's another lesson. Go ahead.
He shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape.
Meaning that he's going to assume his power over Egypt. And none shall escape. None. Meaning that you got to go through him for protection. Go ahead.
But he shall have power over the treasures of gold and of silver, and over all the precious things of Egypt. And the Libyans and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps.
He's going to control Egypt where all the precious stones are. Whether you know it or not, money is kind of like, what do they call it? Moving out of here. It's going to be about natural resources like silver and gold. And this is the time he's going to control all of that. Where he gonna come up and say, look, where you marking your right hand and your forehead at? That's what he's looking for. We're gonna touch that a little bit. But this is his power. I just want you to know his power and who he controlling. This is the time of the end. So if you get caught up over here, just expect this to happen. Go ahead.
But tidings out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go forth with great fury to destroy, and utterly to make away many.
Tidings out of the east and the north, that's up there in Russia. Gonna trouble him. Gonna trouble him. They're gonna be going back and forth at each other. Go ahead.
And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas and the glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him.
He's going to plant his estate, or where he stayed, when they build that third temple, in the glorious land. This is what it's all about right here. And most people are going to be overjoyed to see the Pope come into the Holy Land and say, we got a good man of God over there. And they just don't know, boy, you just invited the devil in. This is what he's trying to get us to understand about the times of the end. Let's go to Revelation chapter 12 and verse 13. I want y'all to know. I want y'all to understand. Protect yourself and be able to see the events fold off. For the ones that don't make it, there's going to be some serious times for them. I'm going to show you that. So if you plan on staying over here, this is what's going to happen to you. I'm going to give it to you. God fair. So you ain't planning on leaving, this is what's going to happen to you. Revelation chapter 12, we start with verse 13. Go ahead.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
The woman is talking about Israel, the church. That's what Christ came out of the tribe of Judah, of that line. He was the man-child. So he persecuted the woman, meaning his church. Go ahead.
And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness.
Wait a minute. To the woman he gave 2 wings like an eagle. This is transportation. That she will fly into the wilderness. Some gonna come by ships, some gonna come by planes. You just gotta know, recognize your transportation. That she shall fly in the wilderness. God's church, he always considered her as the bride, as the woman. He's gonna marry us. He's gonna marry Israel. So he giving his people a way to the wilderness. Go ahead.
Into her place where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. So
we're going to have food and water there, nourished. Because at this time, this is when these trumpets going to blow. A third of the water is going to be bad. It's going to be bitter, going to kill a third of the men. You're talking about a third of the trees. All this stuff going to be bad around here, except in the wilderness. You're going to have them angels protecting us. You better be here. Go ahead. Let me show you what happened to the people that didn't make it.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
When you're talking about water as a flood, you're talking about people. You read Revelation chapter 17, verse 15, where it says the water is considered people. He cast out this army after Israel. It's the same thing. If you watch the movie, The Prince of Egypt, the cartoon version, or Charlton Heston about Egypt, about how Pharaoh was chasing the Israelites, and God opened up the sea. He said, come on down. I'm going to destroy all of y'all at one time. And once they came in the water, he let the water came down and killed them. It's going to be the exact same way. Well, listen to what he say here about the ones that didn't make it. Go ahead.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
When you talking about causing her to be carried away, he's going to try to attack. And some are not going to make it. Go ahead.
And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Same exact thing he did with Moses and the children of Israel. The earth opened up, and the water came down and destroyed them all. Pharaoh, not all, but majority of one of his soldiers in that water. Same exact thing gonna happen here when Satan send those people after us. Now this for you that don't believe this. Go ahead.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
What is remnant?
The
The leftover. The leftover. He said, look, he couldn't get to the ones that had